Well, we were prepared to have an assembly to host the Commissioner of Education for the state of Tennessee. I knew that was happening at 10, and I'm not used to not knowing anything else, but I was like, you know what, we're trusting the system and the process, and I know we will have teachers and everybody ready to go at 10, and that's exactly what happened. And then I recognized some NIET faces, and I was told they're in here with a relationship with the University of Tennessee, and they were just in town. We've got lots of familiar faces that stop by when they're here. So it was comforting and exciting that they were here. So an assembly for the commissioner. We performed what we were gonna do for our kids. Our kids performed their song, and the commissioner spoke, the director got to speak, and then Dr. Barnett got up to talk, and it turned into an award ceremony for the Milken Educator Award, and I didn't have a clue. So I could have thought of 60 faces in here who are educators who are just as deserving of this as I am. And I'm honored to do that, or honored to work with them, yeah. So the moment I heard my name, it took me a minute to realize I had heard my name, and then it was just a little bit of it's just an overwhelming honor, and it's a little of a disbelief of how I'm honored to receive it, but it was a collective effort with so many other people that have poured into me and poured along with me. But in that moment, there's got to be somebody, you look around like there's got to be somebody else that they're trying to acknowledge in a room full of awesome people. Yeah. I go back to what I was saying earlier. It's an honor to serve along people who are committed to the same goals. And it's something that is acknowledged today, but we live in a philosophy in a world of just continuous improvement and growing, because that's how I grow. Reflection, that's how I train kids to grow. It's just we keep going, because we can always keep going and getting more and learning more and trying and learning new things just to refine the art. But to me, to be chosen to represent what I know so many millions of people sweat and cry and smile and laugh over every single day is not lost on me. It's a huge honor, and my goal moving forward is to hold that honor high and to represent folks well, and to keep with the philosophy of we're not done working. I got decades left to keep growing, to where even if I ever retire that day, it'll be I'm always a teacher. I'm always a teacher, and I'm always a student. That's just the way that is. Teachers are always students too. I'm in a great partnership with my principal, and I love that, because it's just we fill in needs together. I serve new teachers in the district. I work with our professional learning communities in planning, implementing, and trying things out with teachers in order to keep growing. I'm in classrooms doing walkthroughs, learning walks, evaluations, and I get to love on kids every day from the minute they come in, learning names, hugging, loving, hearing stories, serving, filling in, covering a class if we need to, or helping somebody stand up and figure out a problem if need to. But I said it, I think I've said it 3 times this week, even though it's been a little bit of a overwhelming, there's a lot going on type week with testing coming up. I wouldn't trade what I do for anything. I still get to teach and grow and learn alongside educators now, even though I'm not in my own classroom anymore. So I will keep going, and I love it. Yeah. I'm from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, born and raised down the road. I come from a family of nurses and educators. Growing up, from as early as I can remember, half of my bedroom was always a classroom. That's what I wanted for Christmas: whiteboards, markers. Taught imaginary things for a long, long time. I've never wanted to do anything different. This is what has been in my heart to do: kids, teach, learn. And then I graduated from Oak Ridge High School and went to Carson Newman and got my Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education and in Spanish too. And then started at South Clinton Elementary School, which is one of the city schools here, as a 4th grade teacher, and had a principal there who agreed, not agreed, it's just who she is, coached and grew me as an instructional leader in my classroom. And because I felt invested in that regard, I kept going. And then they asked me to take the assistant principal job here, where I've been working with Jenna for the past 5 years and getting to keep growing as a teacher, and then on that administrative lens on how to support teachers and families outside of my classroom. And then I have a master's degree from the University of Tennessee in administration, somewhere in the middle of that. Again, primarily this is my calling. This is what I feel firmly created and designed to do, and I keep going because it gives me life to serve in this capacity. It fills my bucket. It's just, I mean, you do something 5 days a week and it could be anything. This is a 7-day-a-week job, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Again, I get up, I'm excited to come to work. I'm excited to see what I've got planned, and then also in education, what is not planned and shows up. And it's like, I rinse and repeat, let's do it the next day. I'm excited to do it the next day. And that's why I keep going. It is my calling. I get to serve alongside of some of the sweetest, most compassionate, wisest people who just love doing what they're doing, and that fills my bucket too. And then I rinse and repeat, do it the next day. Yeah, I love it. This is the boring answer, but there are some student loans that will just totally get to go away now, which I'm super honored about that. I'm already trying to think of ways we could pour it back into, giving it where there may be a little bit of a need somewhere. And then I don't know. I've never seen that kind of money before, so I'm like, I don't know what to do with that, other than pray and consider, be wise with it, for us to celebrate, yes, and have fun, and then do responsible things, and then also give back, because the people in this district, from my director, my principal, director of supervision, curriculum and supervision, who was my principal at South Clinton, my coaches, they're the reason why I am where I am today. They've let me bug them. They've let me ask questions. They've let me sit alongside. They've listened to me go around and around and around and around about things. And they've taught me how to reflect. They've taught me the important, and just invested in me. And the least I can do is invest back, because I've got a building full of 60 educators, a district full of 110 people who are just worth investing in, like they've invested in me. Because we get to invest in kids, Back down to the kids, sorry. Yeah, it's all about them. I'm Abbey Kidwell. I'm an assistant principal at Clinton Elementary School in Clinton, Tennessee, and I am a Milken Educator Award winner.